United's record against Tottenham is 3 defeats. Tottenham have got some good attacking players. United's defence is not that brilliant. Goalkeeper's not too good neither. So, yeah, I think Tottenham will sneak it.
Hello and welcome to Old Trafford. My name is Steven Railston. I'm down here today to speak to some supporters ahead of the Europa League final. We're now just 7 days away from that game in Bilbao. United will take on Tottenham Hotspur, of course. It is going to be the biggest game of the season, and we're down here to speak to fans to get their thoughts and see what they think. So Nin, why do you think United have been chalk and cheese in the Premier League and the Europa League this season?
Well, I think it all boils down to the style of play that Ruben Amorim kind of adopts. The 3-4-3 works very well against European oppositions, but unfortunately it's not been that straightforward here in the Premier League, where everything's a lot more physical, they close you down a lot quicker, and unfortunately the league results have shown that that is the case.
You know, United as a team, I think obviously right now they've got themselves focused on the Europa League directly, but I think through the course of the season there's been so much pressure for them to perform because of how disappointing the season's become. And obviously now they don't care as much. But I don't think it's a concern for next season. I think that United will probably get back on form. And if Amorim makes the right signings, you know, we've got to trust in him.
To be fair, the Premier League's harder. I think the teams in the Premier League set up different, a lot different to Europe anyway. And Tottenham have been the same as well. I think there's a reason that teams do better in Europa League than what they do in the Premier League, and I don't rate the defence, to be fair, at all.
I think the fear factor's gone. I think teams used to come to Old Trafford and be fearful of getting a result, but that's gone now.
I don't know. It's one of those things, isn't it? I suppose with European, maybe it's a different style of football, I guess. Maybe, all the injuries we've had this year as well is probably haven't helped in the league. Just haven't had that consistency. Chopping and changing, constantly at the back, personal mistakes. You know, it's an endless list really in terms of what's gone on this season, but yeah.
16th versus 17th, absolutely crazy in the Premier League, but for the final. Do United deserve to be there?
Given league form, no. But obviously the results don't lie. They've been undefeated in Europe this season, so you would kind of make an argument that they do deserve to be there. Whether Tottenham do or not, debatable.
That's how the Premier League must be harder. Like, you can't understand how that can happen in a Europa League final when they're doing so bad in the Prem. Like, Man United have lost, I don't know how many games it is now, but Tottenham I think have lost 20. Like, that's crazy they're in the final. And same with Man United. Like, and they destroyed Bilbao as well. And Bilbao have been good in Spain this season. Right? They've got I think it's the third or fourth best defensive team in the league. And they've leaked, 7 goals to Man U over 2 legs. Like, that's crazy to me that they can be in a semi-final as well and do so well in Spain, but yet Man United hammer them on 2 big nights.
Well, going back by Premier League form, I've always been wondering, like, how are we in the Europa League final? But, you know, I think it doesn't matter if you deserve to be there or not. I think we've gotten there. I think we've done something right to get to the Europa League final. And by all means, I think we deserve it despite the season we've had.
On the way they performed in the Europa League, yes, they deserve to be in the final. But it's a bit scandalous that a team with 40 points can get to the Champions League, yeah.
I mean, they haven't lost in Europe this year, so I guess, you know, got to take it on the merit, I suppose. They perform well in Europe. They haven't performed well anywhere else, really. So that's all you can hang on to, I suppose. Yeah, we'll take it. But.
And would this save their season? It's been.
It wouldn't save the season, but it would probably be, a cloud on the horizon, I guess. It would kind of make up for a little bit of the underperformance in the league, but it's not going to make up for a poor season. Everyone knows it's been a bad season, but yeah, it'll be a silver lining, definitely.
Well, I think if you compare it to last season, winning the FA Cup kind of saved that season a bit, in my opinion. I think if we won the Europa League this year, it would definitely save the season because Champions League football as well. I mean, if you get in the Champions League, for United, that's the place where we need to be.
It has to. I think if we don't win, it's an absolute disaster. And I think if we do win, it will paper over some of the cracks that have developed this season. But unfortunately, we all know that there's a lot of work to be done.
I think it might save Amorim his job because it's been a disaster here.
It gets them the Champions League, however, there needs to be improvements next season in the Premier League, it's obvious. But in terms of saving their season, I don't know. I still think, probably not. However, at Champions League football, you can't knock it. Like, they're still in it at the end of the day.
United's record against Tottenham is 3 defeats. Tottenham have got some good attacking players. United's defence is not that brilliant. Goalkeeper's not too good neither. So, yeah, I think Tottenham will sneak it.
I think a 3-1 win. Yeah, I think 3-1. You know, I'll trust in Mount. I think Mount will get another goal in the final. I think Bruno's going to come up with one. And I think might as well go for it. I mean, Maguire.
Well, anything can happen, to be honest. I mean, it's a cup final, so any team can win on the day. It all depends, really. It all depends. I can't give you a concrete answer, but I expect anything to happen. I think every United fan in the entire world will be tuning into this one. And like I said, it's do or die. If we don't win this one, it's a disaster. People are going to get fired. So, yeah, we shall see.
3-1 United. I don't think Tottenham have the mentality to win a trophy. I think Man United in big games in Europe, when it matters, win. I think they win trophies. Even though it's been a bad decade and a bit, I still think they just win trophies when it matters. They normally turn up in finals.
I think United will do it. They'll probably be 2-0 down and come back and win 3-2, something crazy like that again. So we'll just have to wait and see. To be fair, you know, whatever happens with United. You can't predict it really. It's one of those things this season. Yeah, it could fly like we did against, you know, Bilbao. It could be one of those nights, or it could turn into what it was like against West Ham. So it could go either way. I'm relatively optimistic, but being a United fan, you can't take it that far this year.
So we've spoken to a few fans here at Old Trafford. They've had the say on the game, and we've heard the scoreline 3-1 a few times. So maybe if you're having a little £5, place 3-1. There might be something in that. That's been it from Old Trafford. Take care.
Personally, for me, I think Champions League is more important for everything to prepare the next season. And we are supposed to be in Champions League. And Europa League here is not enough, and you have that feeling here. So this is the best way to help us to get in the top in a few years is Champions League. Is not the title, is not the cup. So for me, Champions League is more important.